We met here in Delhi roughly 1 year after President Putin launched his war of aggression on Ukraine, and 1 week after 141 countries voted in the United Nations General Assembly for a resolution that expresses support for a comprehensive, just, and lasting peace in accordance with the United Nations Charter and its principles of sovereignty and territorial integrity, and deplores the human rights and humanitarian consequences of Russia's aggression. Not a single G20 member voted with Russia to oppose that resolution. The Chair's statement by India today reaffirmed the declaration issued by the G20 leaders last year in Bali, which, and I quote, strongly condemned the war in Ukraine and stressed it is causing immense human suffering and exacerbating existing fragilities in the global economy, end quote. Russia and China were the only two countries that made clear that they would not sign on to that text. 18 members of the G20 also reaffirmed that it is, and I quote, essential to uphold international law and the multilateral system. This includes defending all the purposes and principles enshrined in the Charter of the United Nations and adhering to international humanitarian law, end quote. Every G20 member, and virtually every country, period, continues to bear the costs of Russia's war of aggression, a war that President Putin could end tomorrow if he chose to do so. The United States didn't want this war. We worked hard to prevent it. Like most countries, we want to focus on the fundamental challenges affecting the daily lives of our people. So, even as we stand with Ukraine while it defends itself, as any nation would do in that position, we're also determined to keep working with other countries to deliver solutions to these shared challenges. And that's exactly what we did today at the G20. These challenges include the unprecedented food security crisis around the world. We've got to do two things at once. Get food to the hungry now, but also help countries build up their agricultural productivity and resilience so that they're less vulnerable to future shocks.